Ground fault protection is indeed required for a new 1200 amp 120/208 volt Y-connected distribution panel, according to the National Electrical Code Section 230.95. This code section specifically addresses ground fault protection of equipment. The main purpose of ground fault protection is to reduce the likelihood of equipment damage and fire hazards caused by ground faults. A ground fault occurs when an unintentional electrical path develops between an ungrounded conductor and ground. This can happen due to insulation failure, physical damage, or other unforeseen circumstances. Without ground fault protection, a ground fault can result in a sustained arcing fault, generating significant heat and potentially leading to a fire. Section 230.95 of the NEC mandates ground fault protection for solidly grounded wire electrical services of more than 150 volts to ground, but not exceeding 1000 volts phase to phase for each service disconnecting means rated 1000 amps or more. Since your 120/208 volt Y system falls within this voltage range and your panel is rated at 1200 amps, the requirement for ground fault protection applies. The reason for this requirement is that larger services, such as 1000 amps and above, are capable of delivering very high fault currents. These high fault currents can quickly escalate into dangerous arcing faults if left unchecked. Ground fault protection devices are designed to detect even relatively small ground fault currents and quickly trip the service disconnecting means, thus limiting the duration and magnitude of the fault. The threshold for ground fault detection is typically set at 30 milliamps, although the code allows for adjustments based on specific engineering considerations. It's important to note that ground fault protection is distinct from overcurrent protection. Overcurrent protection devices, such as circuit breakers and fuses, are designed to protect against overloads and short circuits. Ground fault protection, on the other hand, is specifically intended to detect and interrupt ground faults. While overcurrent protection may eventually trip during a ground fault, it may not do so quickly enough to prevent significant damage or a fire hazard. The installation of ground fault protection involves several key components. Firstly, a ground fault sensor is installed around all the service conductors. This sensor continuously monitors the current balance between the conductors. Under normal operating conditions, the current flowing through the conductors should be equal, and the sensor will detect no net current. However, when a ground fault occurs, a portion of the current will return through the grounding system, creating an imbalance that is detected by the sensor. Secondly, a ground fault relay is connected to the sensor. When the sensor detects a ground fault, it sends a signal to the relay. The relay then trips the service disconnecting means, isolating the fault and preventing further damage. Thirdly, the service disconnecting means must be equipped with a shunt trip mechanism. This mechanism allows the ground fault relay to remotely trip the breaker. The NEC provides specific requirements for the performance and testing of ground fault protection systems. These requirements are intended to ensure that the systems function reliably and effectively in the event of a ground fault. The code also allows for certain exceptions to the ground fault protection requirement. For example, ground fault protection is not required for fire pumps. Fire pumps are critical for fire suppression, and it is essential that they continue to operate even during a ground fault. Another exception applies to continuous industrial processes where a non-orderly shutdown would introduce additional or increased hazards. In these cases, an alarm system can be used instead of automatic tripping. It's crucial to consult the NEC and relevant electrical codes to determine the specific requirements and exceptions that apply to your particular installation. Improper installation or maintenance of ground fault protection systems can compromise their effectiveness and create safety hazards. Qualified electricians and engineers should be involved in the design, installation, and testing of these systems. Regularly testing the ground fault protection system is essential to ensure its proper operation. Testing should be performed periodically in accordance with the manufacturer's recommendations and applicable codes. The testing procedure typically involves simulating a ground fault and verifying that the system trips the service disconnecting means as intended. The documentation of the ground fault protection system is also important. This documentation should include the system's design specifications, installation details, testing results, and maintenance records. Proper documentation can facilitate troubleshooting and ensure that the system continues to function correctly over time. In addition to the NEC requirements, local jurisdictions may have additional regulations regarding ground fault protection. It's essential to check with your local electrical inspector to ensure that your installation complies with all applicable codes and regulations. The selection of ground fault protection equipment should be based on the specific characteristics of the electrical system. Factors to consider include the service voltage, the available fault current, and the type of load served by the system. The equipment should be properly rated for the application and should be installed in accordance with the manufacturer's instructions. Coordination with other protective devices, such as overcurrent relays and circuit breakers, is also important. The ground fault protection system should be coordinated with these other devices to ensure that the fault is cleared in a timely and selective manner. In other words, the ground fault protection system should trip the service disconnecting means before other protective devices further downstream trip, thereby minimizing the extent of the outage. Furthermore, it is important to understand the different types of ground fault protection systems available. Some systems are designed to trip instantaneously upon detection of a ground fault, while others incorporate a time delay. The choice of system depends on the specific application and the need for coordination with other protective devices. For example, a system with a time delay may be used in a facility where a momentary ground fault is not likely to cause significant damage. The implementation of ground fault protection contributes significantly to electrical safety by mitigating the risks associated with ground faults. It helps prevent equipment damage, reduces the likelihood of fires, and protects personnel from electrical shock hazards. By complying with NEC Section 230.95 and other relevant codes and standards, you can ensure that your electrical system is adequately protected against ground faults. Remember that while ground fault protection is a critical safety measure, it is not a substitute for proper electrical design, installation, and maintenance practices. A well-designed and maintained electrical system is essential for ensuring the safety and reliability of your facility. Ground fault protection is intended to provide an additional layer of protection against unforeseen events. In summary, based on NEC Section 230.95, a 1200 amp 120/208 volt Y-connected distribution panel necessitates ground fault protection. This requirement is in place to minimize the risk of equipment damage and fire hazards resulting from ground faults, which can occur due to insulation failures or accidental contact between energized conductors and ground. Ground fault protection systems are designed to detect and interrupt these ground faults quickly, preventing them from escalating into more serious problems. They achieve this by monitoring the current balance between the conductors and tripping the service disconnecting means when an imbalance is detected, indicating a ground fault. The system consists of a ground fault sensor, a ground fault relay, and a shunt trip mechanism on the service disconnecting means. Regular testing and maintenance are essential to ensure the system's functionality and reliability. Consulting with qualified electricians and engineers is crucial for proper installation and compliance with all applicable codes and regulations. Ground fault protection is not a replacement for safe electrical practices but an additional layer of protection against potentially hazardous conditions, working in conjunction with other protective devices like overcurrent protection. Understanding the different types of ground fault protection systems available and choosing the right one for the specific application in order to coordinate with other protective devices is important, which helps to minimize the extent of any potential outages. Remember that proper documentation, including design specifications, installation details, testing results, and maintenance records, helps to facilitate troubleshooting and ensure the system operates correctly over time.